Hey there YouTube, Zach Beller YGO. Just wanted to show you guys the Purrely Dark World deck I've been working on. I'm a big fan of hybrid decks, and I think that this is one of the better ones in the format. The Dark World cards solve a lot of the problems that the Purrely cards lost with the Delicious Memory going to 1. Now you have a bunch of Dark World cards that will let you draw and search into them. And the Purrely cards solve the Dark World problem of not having a reliable discard engine. So they kind of naturally fit together. They also help give both of those engines more pushes than they otherwise would have. And the Dark World cards make it even easier for Purrely to go second, and the Purrely cards make it even easier for Dark World to go first, because it gives it different avenues to play, which is really good. Not necessarily sure if this is the best direction for the deck, but I still want to show you guys where I'm at and give you some ideas maybe for your Nationals and WCQ events that are coming up. As always, if you enjoy this sort of content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you would do with your Purrely deck or your Dark World deck. These are two decks I've had suggested a lot, so I figured I'd mash them together and see how it worked. We saw it work a little bit last format, and I thought it was really cool. And if you want to pick up any of the cards found in this video, make sure to use the affiliate link in the description below. A portion of that does go back to the channel, so you're helping me while helping yourselves out, which is pretty awesome. So first we'll go over the Purrely cards. You've got 3 Purrely herself, 2 Purrely. The reason for 2 Purrely is because you do have your 10 memories, as well as the Dark World cards that draw so many more cards, and it being a hard ones per turn. You don't necessarily want to have more copies of that card, because you're not as reliant on seeing it, because you're going to see so many more cards in your deck in general. Also, with the format slowing down, you can afford to play a little bit less engine cards, or less hard copies of the card, because the games will go a little bit longer. Then you have 3 My Friend Purrely, 3 Pretty Memory, gains 1,000 and summons, 3 Sleepy Memory, prevents you from taking damage, 3 Happy Memory, prevents destruction by card effect, 1 Delicious Memory, of course, prevents destruction by battle, and 1 Purrely Eep. In a more pure Purrely deck, I think I'd play more than 1 copy of Eep. But in this deck, because you're seeing so much of your deck, I only wanted to play 1. And that's it for the Purrely cards. That's, I think, pretty much the standard stuff we would have had last format, minus 2 Delicious Memory. The Dark World package in this deck is actually a lot bigger than you might think. I know previously a lot of players were trying like Snows and Brows, or even like Brow Beast and stuff like that. But this is like an actual Dark World engine in the deck. So first we have 3 Rainbow. The Overlord. This searches out the level 5 and higher Dark World monsters. 2 Graphas. Lets you destroy an opponent's card when it's discarded. Also, these can return monsters to summon themselves. 1 Silva. You're not actually doing a hand loop in this deck, so Silva could be replaced with Lucent, which I don't have my copy of it next to me, I don't think. I don't. But Lucent is a level 6 with I believe 2,500 attack. The only reason why I'm specifically playing Silva is if I took this to my local, there's a couple of Dark World players, I wanted to have the ability to punish them for it. But Silva could be Lucent, which is, it's just a discard body. And then you have 3 Snow to search all of them out, and 3 Genta as well. So the big thing here is that you have 9 good discards off of your Purrely spells, which is a really good number to have. And Snow gets you to all of the other Dark World cards. To go with the Dark World monsters, I am playing 3 Gates of the Dark World. Because of the Genta, I'm really, this is actually just more of a Dark World deck, and you're using the Purrely cards as bodies to kind of do your main combo, which I'll show you the ideal end field in a moment. Then I do play 1 Dark World Accession just to fusion summon for the Purple Grapha. Card is crazy, so I wanted to make sure I have it in my deck. 1 Triple Tactics Thrust. You are seeing so much of your deck between the Dark World draws, the Purrely Excavates, and things like that, that you only really need 1 copy of Thrust. And to go with that, I'm playing 1 Talents, the Harpy's Feather Duster, and Card Destruction as well, because this is a Dark World deck. And then I'm playing Call by the Grave. This is the 40th card. Could definitely be dropped for something else, but I just wanted to have it in general. I felt like it was going to be really good. So that's the main deck. For the extra deck, we have 1 Grapha Dragon Overlord, 1 Princess Sprites, 2 Beauty, and then 1 Plump and 1 Happiness. Like I said, this isn't as much of a Purrely deck as it is a Dark World deck. The Purrely engine is there, and if the Purrely engine doesn't work well, you can use the Dark World engine and vice versa. Beauty is the only one that you're going to really be summoning multiple times, and Happiness is really just there for the OTKs, or just for making a giant Zeus when you go second. Plump at 1 feels weird, but with only 1 Delicious Memory, you can only ever really make 1. And you have the Yeep to put him back as well. And then there's Downward Magician, 1 Noir, number 38. This could also be Photon Lord if you're more afraid of monsters. I felt like spells were probably going to be what breaks this setup, so you want that. And then the 1 Zeus as well. And then for the links, I'm still really up in the air. You have 1 Donner Dagger for Hire, 1 Muckraker, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Nightmare Griffin, and 1 Saryuja Skulldread. So as you can see, this is you're ending on a pretty floodgatey field. The ideal end field, if you can get there, is like ignoring the zones, because obviously I'm not building it for the zones. You want like Nightmare Griffin under the Muckraker, and then you want to have Noir. I mean, or if you can get to it, Plump. You want to have, or even Beauty, have one of these 2 with the Yeep face down that you can then make into Noir. You need to have it next to the Griffin, obviously, so that way it's pointing to it, so you can use its effect. And if you can get there as well, you want to have either number 38 or your Grapha Fusion on the other side of the Griffin. So what this will do is this will stop normal spells, normal traps, monster effects. No Link monster will be pointing to any of their cards, and the zone here won't be open, so they can't have that as a potential Link arrow to use. And then you'll have a E-Purrely or the X-Purrely on the other side. So you'll either have bounces, potentially. You could have it with these other 2 effects, a Farfa effect or a negation as well. And usually like 1 memory and like Rainbow can do that. It depends on your hand. This deck really just tends to rip through itself pretty fast. It's almost like deep draw Purrely. Then for the side deck, this is very generic right now. 3 Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Because I'm playing a Dark World-based deck, I wanted to have Ghost Bell instead of Bestials to protect my Dark Worlds from their Bestials, while also being able to stop their graveyard effects as well. 3 Dark Ruler No More for when I go second. 2 Lightning Storm for when I go second. 3 Evenly Matched, again, for when I go second, because you're going to side out of a lot of the weaker engine pieces and just into board breakers. And then 3 Judgment for when you go first, as well as 1 Dimensional Barrier. The reason for 1 Barrier is because of the Triple Tactics Thrust. You basically have 2 copies in your deck, and with how much you draw, you're going to see one of them pretty easily. So that is this deck in its current iteration. I haven't really gotten a chance to try it out too much. I just wanted to show you guys the idea behind it, and hopefully you all enjoy it. Let me know down below, like I said, what you want to see next time, and until then, have a wonderful day.